Hello and welcome to the afternoon market update from Nirmal Banga. I'm Hiral Dadia. Overall, if you go to see, the markets have opened on a positive note, and this is for the fourth consecutive session. And this is giving you some bit of a feeler that yes, the positive sentiment, at least for the timing in the markets, is improving. We have extended the previous session's gains as well, so good up moves coming in today's session. Overall, the reason why we're seeing this kind of positivity is on the back of the global cues that we have been tracking. What the Fed has announced has kept the global markets on the positive terrain, and that's something which is supporting our markets too. With that, you have April F&O expiry today, so that's something which is that that we're looking at. Clearly, quickly, if you go to see in terms of Nifty 50 as well, we've reclaimed that 9,800 mark in intraday trade, and we are seeing gains of almost around 3% coming in on Nifty 50. In fact, we did hit a low of around 9,730 in intraday trading session, so that's the kind of gyration that we've seen from the day that we've started off. So right now we are almost near the day's highest levels. If you talk about the Sensex as well, good gains, more than 1100 points is the kind of gains that we are seeing in terms of the Sensex, seeing gains of almost 3.3.5%. Bank Nifty as well has been doing pretty well, so financials are pretty okay, but it's not only the financials that are supporting the markets today. Apart from the financials, a lot of other sectors are coming in and pitching in as well. The gains are mainly led by auto, metal, as well as the IT stocks. Metals, in fact, have been the flavor of the season over the last couple of trading sessions. If you see the kind of gains that we've seen on the metal index, that has been spectacular in the last 5 to 7 trading days. Overall, if you go to see the broader markets as well, they are also in the positive, but there is that marginal bit of underperformance that is coming in from the broader markets as compared to the benchmark indices. You have the mid cap and the small cap index, which is seeing gains in that range of around 1 to 1.2%. The breath is clearly favoring the bulls. The Indian rupee clearly has extended this early gain, so let's see what happens on the Indian rupee front as well. Let's quickly understand stock specific action now. If you see in terms of gainers as well as losers, on Nifty 50 of Tata Motors, Hero Moto, Hindalco, Vedanta, HCL Tech, these are a few of the top gainers that we're looking at on Nifty 50. Whereas on the losing front, you have stocks like Sun Pharma, HUL, Cipla, as well as Asian Paint. So these four are the only losers on Nifty 50, and that clearly is giving you the indication as to where the breath is moving towards. If you see on BSE 500, on the gaining front, you have Capri Global, Capital, APL, Apollo Tubes, Bharat Forge, Bandhan Bank. Interestingly, Interglobe Aviation is up in trade, so that's a surprising move that we are seeing in spite of the kind of travel bans. Low crude prices is not something that is actually going to impact it right now, but that stock is up in trade. And you have a Kajaria Ceramics as well, which is trading in the positive. On the losing front, again, let's quickly see which are the stocks which are losing. So you have Hexavet Technologies on the back of earnings, which is trading under pressure. Jagran Prakashran, Viatech, Wabak, Torrent Pharma, Alembic Pharma. There is some bit of profit booking that is coming in the pharma space. In fact, the series overall has been pretty strong for the pharma counters, and I think that's one of the reasons why we are seeing this kind of profit booking taking place on the back of expiry as well. Moving away, let's see if there are any stocks that are trading at a 52-week high or low in today's trading session, because there seems to be nothing, at least if you look at Nifty 50 on the high side as well as on the low side. But if you look at the broader markets, you have AstraZeneca Pharma as well as Torrent Pharma. Both these counters have hit a 52-week high in intraday trade today, whereas you have a Quest Corp, which has hit a 52-week low. Let's understand which are the movers and shakers in today's session. So you have a Morpin Laboratories. They've got an ISO certification for their Baddi plant, and that's one of the reasons why the stock is up in trade. Tata Steel, they've approved NCD allotments. Bharat Forge is the top gainer on the Nifty Midcap Index. It's up almost around 23 to 25% for the week, and it's a truncated week to be noted. Glenmark has got a nod to conduct clinical trials with regards to tablets to test on COVID-19 patients. Sriram Transport Finance is planning to raise funds, so that stock is up in trade. Wipro has launched a digital database service along with Nutanix. Britannia has launched a WhatsApp-based store locator service, so that stock is up in trade. Cyient, Amansa Holdings has acquired around 1.92% stake in the company, and that's one of the reasons why we're seeing strong moves that are coming in on Cyient. Lupin has received an EIR for their Puthampur Unit 1 facility and a just dial buyback that has been announced for 4.84% of the shares at 700 rupees per share. So that's something which is good as well, especially in terms of where just dial is concerned. In fact, Overall, if you go to see, it works out to be around 31.42 lakh equity shares, and the buyback will be done at 700, which is 79% premium to yesterday's closing price of 390 rupees. And that's one of the reasons the stock is up almost around 7.5%, a good premium in terms of where the buyback price is concerned. Apart from that, we already mentioned the metal index. And with that, you have stocks like APL Apollo, Vedanta, Hindalco, Tata Steel, JSW Steel. These are few of the names which are actually supporting the metal index in trade today as well. And very lastly, if you see in terms of the other names, RBL Bank as well, BNP Paribas Arbitrage Fund acquired around 0.59% stake in the lenders in the lender, and that's one of the reasons why we saw sharp gains coming in on that one. But we will be watching out for Reliance Industries, HUL, Tech Mahindra. These are few of the heavyweights that will be reporting earnings in today's session. So let's see what that numbers look like as well, because that is something which could be having a major bearing as well once we open up for trade on Monday. But currently, that's what the markets are looking like. The sentiment is seeming positive. A lot of announcements also next week that could be expected with regards to where the lockdown is concerned, whether there will be an extension post the 3rd of May, or there will be partial opening up that we could be seeing, because that's something which is also impacting the sentiment of the markets. But so for now, that's all that we have in the afternoon market update from Nirmal Bang. Thanks for watching. You could subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn to get constant updates. Thank you.